Good afternoon, students. So today we will discuss here about the human heart, structure of human heart, and I will explain you the process of double circulation in case of human heart, how double circulation takes place. So as you can see here, I have drawn the diagram which is from your book. So let me explain you the detailed structure first. Each of the labelings which I have done, you can see on the right side, on my right side means your right side, and on the left side I will explain you all this detailed structure. Then we'll move to the next, that is about the double circulation. So let's move on to first the detailed structure of the human heart. So as you already know that the human heart has four chambers. The human heart has four chambers. This is one chamber, this is the second chamber, this is the third chamber, this is the fourth chamber. That means right atrium, left atrium, these are the two atria. This is one atria, this is one atrium, this is one atrium. So this is the right atrium and this is the left atrium. And here are the two ventricles. This is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. Now just imagine this one is your right side, is not it? I am holding this pencil on my right side. But remember, the picture which I have drawn in the heart, this is the left side. It is just the reverse, because this is the position exact how your heart is inside your body. Not according to yourself, how you are holding a pencil and you are explaining. It is not like that. Means remember, your right side is exact the opposite, that is the left side of the heart. Your left side is the right side of the heart. So remember, this is the right side of the heart, this is the left side of the heart. This is the right atrium, this is the right ventricle, this is the left atrium, and this is the left ventricle. Let's move on to the next structures or next components present in the heart. So you can see here that this right side of the heart and the left side of the heart are well separated by a wall. This is a wall known as septum. This is the dividing wall, septum, which separates the right side of the heart from the left side of the heart. Now next come to the artery and the vein. So you can see here I have labeled as pulmonary artery. So the function of artery is to collect which blood? Is to collect collect the oxygenated blood. But here is an exception. This pulmonary artery collects the deoxygenated blood instead of oxygenated blood. Clear? Pulmonary vein. Vein always carry what? The deoxygenated blood. But pulmonary vein is an exception which carries the oxygenated blood instead of the deoxygenated blood. So you can see here it is labeled as pulmonary artery, this one is labeled as pulmonary vein, and this is the aorta. Aorta, what is it? Aorta is the pulmonary, or aorta is the artery. Aorta is the artery. Since it is a very large vessel, it has been named as aorta, which is an artery. Its function is to take the oxygenated blood. So I have drawn in red color. It takes the oxygenated blood from the heart, okay, from this heart, from this left ventricle, it will take the oxygenated blood and it will distribute to different parts of your body. The function of aorta. Next is the vena cava. Here you can see from upper body, another vena cava from lower body. So this vena cava are the two veins which collect the deoxygenated blood from the lower body. This is vena cava or inferior vena cava. Since inferior, why? Because it collects the blood, deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body. And superior vena cava. Why superior? Because it collects the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of your body. And then they pump into the right atrium. So these two are the veins. Vena cava are the two veins which collect the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of your body and from the upper part of the body, and then pump into the right atrium. Another structure left, which is the valve. You can see here how I have drawn. This you can see is the valve. Here there is another valve. Clear? This valve which you see, this is present in the pulmonary artery. And this valve which you see, it is present in the aorta. This is the aorta. These valves are there to ensure the Ensure what? It ensures that blood should move only in one direction, that is in forward direction, not in backward direction. Could you follow? So what are the things that have been labeled here? I have already explained you. This is the right atrium, this is the right ventricle, this is the left atrium, this is the left ventricle, this is a septum or wall that separates the right side of the heart from the left side of the heart. Then this is the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery, it artery should always bring or always carries the oxygenated blood, but here is an exception. Artery here carries the deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein it should always carry the deoxygenated blood, but here pulmonary vein is an exception, it carries the oxygenated blood. Aorta is the artery which will collect the oxygenated blood from the heart and distribute to different parts of the body. Then this vena cava will collect, vena cava are the veins which collect the deoxygenated blood from lower body parts and from upper body parts and pump into the right atrium. Then valves are present which ensure, valve where it is present, one of the valve here you can see it is present in the pulmonary artery, another valve here you can see it is present in the aorta. Their function is to ensure the or it prevents the backflow of the blood. So this is all about the structure of the heart. Why I have drawn here or colored in blue color? This blue color refers to the deoxygenated blood, and here I have colored in red color. Why this is red color? Because it is the oxygenated blood. So you can see this is the deoxygenated blood. Here this red color indicates the oxygenated blood. Now after discussing all this detailed structure of the heart, let's move to the next part, that is the double circulation. Now let me explain you about the double circulation. So double means what? Twice. Circulation means what will circulate or what will flow? The blood. Since the blood comes twice to the heart, 2 times it comes to the heart, it is known as double circulation. Which blood comes twice? The deoxygenated blood also comes and the oxygenated blood also comes. So both of these bloods come to the heart simultaneously. Okay, clear? So this is known as double circulation. Again I am repeating, since deoxygenated blood, oxygenated blood comes at a time simultaneously, means twice the blood is coming. So this is referred to as double circulation. Now let's have a discussion of this double circulation. You will explain how. Just listen to this video very carefully and attentively. You will understand, it is very easy. So the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of your body is collected by the superior vena cava, and the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body is collected by the inferior vena cava. These two are the veins, as already I said to you. These deoxygenated blood from the upper part of your body and from the lower part of the body is pumped into, where it is pumped into the right atrium. You can see here it is pumped into the right atrium. Then from the right atrium, this deoxygenated blood is pumped into the right ventricle. Remember, when the right atrium will contract means to squeeze. When it contracts, then the right ventricle will relax. Okay, when the right atrium contracts, then the right ventricle will relax. Okay, so the right atrium when contracts, it pumps the blood into right ventricle, and right ventricle is in a relaxed state. It receives the deoxygenated blood from the right atrium. Then this deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle through this valve, there is a valve over here in the pulmonary artery, this valve will open, and this deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary artery will go to the lungs. Where it goes? To the lungs. Why it goes to the lungs? It goes to the lungs for the oxygenation process. Means the deoxygenated blood in the lungs will be purified to become the oxygenated blood. Again I am repeating, the deoxygenated blood from the superior vena cava, that is from the upper body part, and the deoxygenated blood from the lower body part is collected by the inferior vena cava. They pump this deoxygenated blood into the right atrium. Right atrium will contract. Okay, and remember, when right atrium receives the blood, it is in a relaxed state. From whom it receives? From those vena cava. It is in relaxed state. After receiving this deoxygenated blood, it will contract and will pump the blood into the right ventricle. Right ventricle is in the relaxed state. Next, right ventricle will contract and will pump the blood, deoxygenated blood, to this pulmonary artery through this valve. Clear? The deoxygenated blood from the pulmonary artery goes to the lungs for oxygenation. After the blood is oxygenated, means the blood is purified and oxygen rich blood is there. So this oxygenated blood now comes from the lungs through these pulmonary veins. Remember, vein must collect the deoxygenated blood, but here is an exception. Pulmonary vein collects the oxygenated blood from the lungs and then pumps this oxygenated blood into the right atrium. So I have colored it in red because this is the oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein pumps the oxygenated blood into this left atrium. Left atrium is in relaxed state when it receives the blood. Then the left atrium will contract and will pump the blood into the left ventricle. Which blood? The oxygenated blood. Left ventricle is in relaxed state when it receives the blood. Then the left ventricle will contract to pump the blood through this valve. There is a valve over here. This is the aorta. It pumps the oxygenated blood. Who? The left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood through this valve of the aorta, and aorta here you can see is a very large shaped artery which will pump this oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. Could you follow? So remember, pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein are the exception. Pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Pulmonary vein brings the oxygenated blood from the lungs. Again I am repeating, pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood from the lungs, pumped to the left atrium. Left atrium is in a relaxed state when it receives the blood from the pulmonary vein. Then the left atrium contracts and pumps the oxygenated blood into the left ventricle. Left ventricle is in a relaxed state when it receives the blood, oxygenated blood from the left atrium. Left ventricle then pumps the oxygenated blood through this valve into the aorta. This valve will open into the aorta. Aorta will distribute this oxygenated blood to different parts of your body. Since what you saw, simultaneously this occurs. Simultaneously deoxygenated blood will be collected, comes through the vena cava to the right atrium, then the right ventricle. Simultaneously also the oxygenated blood comes from the pulmonary vein, from the lungs, then through the left atrium, then through the left ventricle, then through aorta is distributed to different body parts. So this, remember, none of the chambers of your heart is empty. This process continues, it goes on. So what you saw here, 2 times blood comes to your heart. One is the deoxygenated blood, another time is the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood. So this type of circulation is called double circulation. And you can see the deoxygenated blood never mixes with the oxygenated blood because of presence of this septum or the dividing wall. Clear? Since there is no intermixing of this blood, oxygen rich blood reaches to different cells of your body, different tissues of your body, where energy is released, and that energy helps in maintaining a constant body temperature, because your body temperature in your body remains always constant, that is 37 degrees Celsius. And because of this well separated 4 chambers of the heart, because of this deoxygenated and oxygenated blood does not get mixed, so our body temperature always remains constant, and a lot of energy is required to maintain this body temperature. Hope that you have understood well about this double circulation. If you have not understood, go through this video again and again about the structure and double circulation. You will easily get it. Thank you very much.